Alright guys, I'm going to do a video with you guys tonight on this Powebuilt magnetic drain plug remover. What possessed me to actually buy this was I was actually watching Mr. Subaru's video, and he showed a OTC 5911A. He actually showed a OTC 5911, which is the first version that they had out, and then the 5911A is actually the newest version, which has a removable tip, where the first version did not. So it's more versatile, and they actually sell a adapter kit, which is a 5961 OTC adapter kit for this oil drain magnetic removal tool. So you can actually get an adapter kit that does additional things. Like this one actually comes with a hex bit set and a magnetic drain plug remover once you break the drain plug loose. So, and then they have different sizes. So their tool's a little bit more versatile, but this tool is probably going to be just as versatile, and I'll explain to you why and the reason why I bought this. But like I said, what possessed me to buy this was I was actually watching Mr. Subaru's video, and I always wanted one. I just didn't want to spend that kind of money on it's just a black handle. It just looked chintzy, and I just wasn't overall impressed with it. Just not how much money I wanted to spend on something just to take drain plugs out, so to speak. I'm not opposed to getting oil in my hands or anything like that, but sometimes when they come in extremely hot and they're in a hurry to get in, they're in a hurry to get out, that hot oil burn you pretty good whether you got rubber gloves on or not. So let's get into it and talk a little bit more about this. This is a Powebuilt 942072. What attracted me to this was actually this handle here. You can see that the part number is actually printed on here. It says Powebuilt, but you can see this is four-sided. It's got the ergonomical grip, similar to Snap-on. The color is red, so it matches a lot of my Snap-on tools, my Snap-on ratchets, and that's what really attracted me to this. The other thing was it was $14. I was able to get the 10% off this, so more or less I didn't have to pay sales tax, so it was shipped to my door for a little less than $14. So I decided to pull the trigger on it and buy it, and like I said, the main reason I bought this was just the physical appearance of it. If you look at the OTC one, it has the handle like the original Western, I forget what brand, that Western Union or something like that, handles that were on the Craftsman. I've never been a fan of those. Always liked the tri-grips and this four-sided grip. Been very partial to them. So when I seen this matches a lot of the tools that I already have. The red matches a lot of the red that I have in my toolbox as far as handles and miscellaneous stuff like that. And I was able to get this with a 1/4-inch drive on it. So it makes this tool very universal as far as like doing blend door motors, starting fan control modules, those little 5.5 screws, miscellaneous stuff like that. It does come with a bit holder. This is a friction bit holder. So I don't know how long it'll last. It's not anything special. It does hold the bit very well, but eventually I'm sure the detent inside this will either wear out or fall out because it is an import product. So I didn't keep the packaging to actually see where it was manufactured from, but it's neither going to be Taiwan or China. I'm going to probably bet on it being China, but for the most part, this is a very good product from what I see for $14. So, like I said, that actually has a spot in the back of this, so you can store this in the back of this. You can store the hex bit in the back of it. Like I said, it's 1/4-inch drive, so you can actually use 1/4-inch sockets on this as well. So if you have a 15mm drain plug, 13mm drain plug, if you go to Tecton's webpage, Tecton is actually offering 1/4-inch sockets all the way up to 17mm now. So you can get a 17mm socket on here as well and be able to turn a drain plug out. So your 4 drain plugs that are 17mm or 16mm, your import ones that are 17mm, like your Hondas and miscellaneous stuff like that, you would be able to do those as well. and then you would have a versatile socket set to do other things with as well. So that being said, that's what actually attracted me to this, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Another thing that brought me to watch his video was he actually talked about a Koken 2762, which is a 1/4 inch flexible extension. It's probably the overall length of this, if not longer. Has a knurled handle on it. You can check his short video out that he did. If you check his shorts out, it's right in there. And I have one of those coming, so I'll be doing a video on that as well. But that was one of the reasons I watch a lot of his videos, is to venture out and try new things. Kind of got me hooked on the Koken tools. And like I said, I will be doing a video on that 2762 as well, and give you an overall review of that. I'll let you know what I'm going to do with it. I'm probably going to do the same thing. It's probably going to be some kind of drain plug tool or something like that. I'll probably use these two in versatile situations, but I've already used this aside from a drain plug tool, and that was to start some actual 5.5 screws in it's a fan control module. So this was very useful aside from doing drain plugs. Like I said, this makes it very universal, this 1/4 inch drive on the end. You see it's nicely crimped on there. I don't know if this goes completely through the shank of the handle, but you can see there's metal on the outside of here. I don't plan on beating on this or anything else. This isn't made to apply a lot of torque with, but it is excellent for starting screws. Very flexible. So you guys will have to check them out. You might be able to get a little cheaper, but you'll have to venture out and take a look. I bought mine off of Amazon. If you decide to go with the OTC one, which is an OTC 5911A, which is the Pro, you can get those between 20 and 22 bucks. If you want to do the kit that comes along with it, that comes with additional adapters like these for the OTC, those are $35 to $40, and that's a 5961. This particular one here comes with the adapter for your hex. Has a 1/4 inch end on it, and has this magnetic end on here, which is more or less universal to other drain plugs. Doesn't work as well as the OTC because it's more of a universal fit with these pins, but the magnet is extremely strong on it. So that takes a lot to get that off. So like I said, you also can use 1/4 inch sockets on this as well. If you checked out some of my views on the Tekton stuff, like I said, you can get sockets up to 17 millimeter now in Tekton tools as far as their impact sockets. So this can be very versatile. You don't have to use this universal tool on here. Sometimes drain plug is shallow and these pins might get in the way. Maybe it fits in between here and it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't want to spin it off. But like I said, this 1/4 inch drive here makes it very universal for other things. And I think the last thing I got here is I'll give you the Powebuilt number one more time, which is Powebuilt 942072. You guys seen it in the picture earlier in the video here. You want to wind back and pause it and write that down, you can. Like I said, and I will be doing a video as soon as I get it on the Koken 2762, which is the 1/4 inch flexible extension. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of here. Figured I'd share that with you guys. Let you know why I bought it, why I like the appearance of it, and what I'm going to use it for. Kind of leave the rest of the decisions to you. Go ahead, give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I'm going to get out of here. Have a good night.